everybody. Well, morning for some. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Here to Bloom. This is episode number 25. Can you believe it? My name is Deidrey Francois, and this is a sacred place for seekers and learners just like you and me. Let's start with a song. Glad you're here with me today. Thank you. This day is a blessing. This day is a gift. This day is healing. And I look for the good in it. This day is a blessing. This day is a gift. This day is healing. And I look for the good in it. Blessing of a day. Hi, everybody. This day is a blessing. This day is a gift. It sure is. This day is healing. And I look for the good in it. This day is a blessing. This day is a gift. This day is healing. I look for the good in it. Oh, I look for the good in this blessing of a day. I focus my attention to the wonder of this blessed day. I am grateful and positive, inspired. I'll see blessing of a day. Hello, everybody. I am grateful and positive and inspired. Thank you for being here. I'll seize the day, grateful, positive, inspired. I look for the good in this blessing of a day. I focus my attention to the wonder of this blessed day. I am grateful and positive, inspired. I'll seize the day. Today is a blessing of a day. Today is a blessing of a day. Can you see that in your life? Can you see it? Today is a blessing of a day. Oh my goodness. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my gosh. Hi, Noreen. Hi, Maureen. Noreen and Maureen. Yay. And Anne and Dolphin. Oh my God. I'm so grateful that you are here. And to those who I can't see your names, thank you so much for your presence here. It just means so much to me. So welcome, 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 everybody. You are the reason I keep going. And I want to thank everybody who was here last week and participated last week. Thank you so much for your likes and your shares and your comments as well. You know, they just mean so much. And this week, of course, I'm going to ask your help again. If you're able to hit that share button on your screen and maybe invite a couple friends or so to see the show, it truly would mean a whole lot to me. Please do check out my website at www.deidrey.com, where you will find all kinds of great musical content, including this show here to Bloom, and of course, tell me, how I can bring some musical joy to someone in your life. And I wanted to go over to YouTube and just really thank you to all of those who have subscribed. And if you have not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and hit that little bell icon as well, because then that'll tell you when I am on live. Yeah, help me reach my goal of I need to get to 1,000 subscribers. Yay! Filled with like-minded folks just like you and me, right? So I encourage you. And also to leave comments at the bottom of the video in the public section as well. Just let me know how you felt about the show. That part where you leave comments at the bottom of the video really actually helps me with my standing and with YouTube. And I also wanted to mention Facebook. If you have not yet hit that follow or like button on Facebook, please do. There's also lots of great content there. And then I also share other things that are going on, silly jokes and silly, posts and whatever else. Wanted to mention that all of the songs that you hear on this show are all written by me, unless I state so otherwise. So I like to start with my intention. It is my intention to share my gift of song, my poetry, my love, and my passion. And I ask that it be done without judgment, that it be done in humility and grace, that it be done in love and light. And know that whatever I offer here are just little tidbits and experiences that I've kind of learned, read, and experienced along the way. Here's Holy. Holy, holy. Holy, you are so holy, and I open up to you. I made whole and I live in you. You are holy, holy. So holy, and I open up to you. I made whole and I live in you. You are holy, holy, holy. You are to you. I made whole and I live in you. You are holy, holy. Oh, yes. Holy, oh, yes, you are. Holy. You are so lovely. You are holy, holy, in everything you do, yeah. Holy. Deep in my heart, I know you are holy, 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 holy. Holy, you are so holy, and I open up to you. I made whole and I live in you. You are holy, holy. Oh, holy, holy you are. Holy, I said you're holy, yeah. Holy, oh, holy and everything. Holy. You are so holy, yeah. Holy, 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 holy. Oh my goodness. I just love that song. There are signs everywhere. Wouldn't you agree? Signs to show us where to go, where not to go, no loitering, yield here, restroom signs, hairpin bend signs, gas station coming up in the next 3 kilometers or 3 miles signs, everything must go sale signs, don't drink and drive signs. And then, of course, there are these funny signs that I found while I was kind of just trying to figure out this topic. And this one's from boardpanda.com. And one of them says, touching wires causes instant death. $200 fine. I think that's hilarious. Touching wires causes instant death. Goodness gracious. Oh yeah, I like this one. This one says, this sign has sharp edges. And then if you look at the very bottom, it says, also the bridge is out up ahead. Who designs these things? These are actual signs that exist, by the way. You know, here's the touching wires one, causes instant death. $200 fine. Who's going to pay the $200 fine when they're dead? Goodness gracious. And then I like this one, the police parking lot under police surveillance. Don't leave your valuables in the car. What? If it's under surveillance, why can't I leave my valuables? Shouldn't they be paying attention? Anyway, and then I like this one, wash and vacuum senior citizens. Anyway, I just thought they were quite funny. You know what? I wanted to sing you this one because we're talking about signs. Maybe we'll get those signs rolling a little bit longer. Huh? And the sign said, long-haired freaky people need not apply. So I stuck my hat under my hat and I went in to ask him why. And he said, you look like a fine, upstanding young man, I think you'll do. And so I took off my hat and I said, imagine that, me working for you. Oh, signs, signs, everywhere a sign, blocking out the scenery, breaking my mind. Do this, don't do that, can't you read the sign? You like those? And the sign said, anybody caught trespassing will be shot on sight. So I jumped the fence and I yelled at the house, hey, what gives you the right to put up a fence to keep me out or to keep Mother Nature in? And if God was here, he'd tell you to your face, man, you're some kind of sinner. Signs, signs, everywhere a sign, blocking out the scenery, breaking my mind. Do this, don't do that, can't you read the sign? Now, hey, you mister, can't you read? You got a shirt and you tie to have a seat. You can't even watch, no, you can't even eat. You ain't supposed to be here. And the sign says you got to have a membership card to get inside. Huh. Oh, I love it. When was the last time you heard that song, eh? The sign said, everybody welcome, come on, kneel down and pray. But when they passed around the plate at the end of it all, I didn't have a penny to pay. Oh, so they got me a pen and a paper, and I made myself my own little sign. And I said, thank you, Lord, for thinking about me, and I'm alive and I'm doing fine. Oh, sign, sign, everywhere a sign, blocking out the scenery, breaking my mind. Do this, don't do that, can't you read the sign? Sign, sign, everywhere a sign. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Well, signs, everywhere a sign. Well, if you haven't yet figured it out, today's theme is I Need a Sign. I remember going through a significant amount of turmoil in making a decision about my career in real estate. And true to Deidrey, I aced every single one of my real estate exams with flying colors. And yet I was unsure if I was on the right path. And I kept praying for a sign, kind of begging, like, God, please just tell me that I need to stop this. Imagine that, praying for something that I already knew that I didn't want. But I decided that I had to do real estate because it was something that I knew how to do. You know, I knew that once I put my mind to something, I could sell you a used piece of gum. That is the truth. But I told myself everything that I need to hear about, why this was right for me. I would be self-sufficient. I needed the income. The potential was greater. The potential for income was greater than the potential for income in music. And I figured out how, I can park my license and keep my real estate license on the side and maybe be able to sneak in my music here and there. And I told myself that I had to continue along this path because I clearly did not have a sign that said that I should follow my musical path. And I wondered how I could juggle the tight, demanding schedule of real estate and still find time to do the thing that really my heart was aching to do. And I just kept praying, God, I just need a sign. I just need someone or something, to show me that I'm on the right path. Someone, just show me. I place my life in your hands. I place my trust in you. Oh, as I walk through the valley of shadows and fears, you are the light that guides me through. Show me what I need to heal. Oh, show me what I cannot see. I know you'll guide me on the road ahead. I am at peace. Knowing God is always there with me. I place my life in your hands. I place my trust in you. Oh, yes, I walk through the valley of shadows and fear. You are the light that guides me through. Show me what I need to heal. Oh, show me what I cannot see. I know you'll guide me on the road ahead. I am at peace, knowing God is always there with me. Oh, yes, show me what I need to heal. Oh, show me what I cannot see. Oh, I know you guide me on the road ahead. I am at peace, knowing God is always there with me. I am at peace, knowing God is always there with me. Well, you see, I was waiting I was waiting for a divine sign, a clear signal. Something that says, drop that. Don't do that. But you know what? In the process, I came to realize that in life, more often than not, there aren't any visible signs. There aren't people popping out of the woodwork. There aren't flashing billboards that say, yes, stay on that path. No, let go of that one. You know? Nothing really seems to provide any certainty. I really wish, oh my gosh, you know how many times I've wished that I was psychic? Oh my goodness, if I could just predict this and predict that. But I gotta tell you, the intuitive folk that I know, they have the same questions. They all want signs. They may be able to tell you that first for yourself. They'll say, you know what? You need to hold off on this thing. But they can't do the same thing for themselves. They can't predict it for themselves. And likely, I think the very first idea, we kind of got into this habit, like in this other show. What was I talking about now? I was talking about the blame game. And I was talking about the original blame. And I think that we had the original signs given to us like way back in the day in the Bible, where we had, I think, one of the most famous and most obvious signs that actually went to print. You know what it is? The 10 Commandments. Yep, that one went to print. And the rules are clear on this one. It's like, do this, don't do that. Thou shalt this, thou shalt not that. And then, of course, there are other signs that were given to us, in the Bible, in stories, like the one about with Pharaoh. When Pharaoh refused to let God's people go, disobedience got him some signs, all right. It's like, I'm going to send you this sign and that sign, and God will give you bloody water. I'm going to give you snakes. I'm going to give you fire and brimstone. I'm going to give you acid rain. Wait, I don't think that one was in the Bible. But anyway, I think that's actually still happening right now because of the way we treat our water. But anyway, our lakes. But seriously, God sent a sign to Mary, and says, you know what, Mary, you're going to have the baby Jesus. God was handing out the obvious signs like rain in a hurricane back then, And so it's like, I want to see a sign too. What about me? This one is by Ace of Base. Oh, I forgot to say that Signs Everywhere a Sign. That's by 5-Man Electric Band, I think. Yeah, I forgot to say that. I got a new life. You'll hardly recognize me, so I'm glad. How can a person like me care for you? Why do I bother when you're not the one for me? Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's enough's enough. I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Life is demanding without understanding. I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. No one's gonna drag you up to get into the light where you belong. So where do you belong? I haven't sang that song in ages. Oh my God. Under the pale moon, for so many years I've wondered who you are. How could a person like you bring me joy? Under the pale moon, where I see a lot of stars. It's enough. I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Life is demanding without understanding. I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. No one's gonna drag you up to get into the light where you belong. Where do you belong? I want some signs. I want some clear signs. Oh my gosh. This is turning into a vocal massacre of this song, but you know what? We're gonna keep going with it. And it opened up my eyes, and now I'm happy now living without you. I've lost you, oh, 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 I saw the sign. And it opened up my eyes, I saw the sign. No one's gonna drag you up to get into the lights where you belong. I saw the sign, or better, I need a sign. I need a sign. And it opened up my eyes, I saw the sign. I just never know how things are going to go sometimes. Okay, but what if you never saw a sign? Like she's talking about, oh, I saw the sign. What if you never saw one? You know, the challenge is that we are taught that seeing is believing. But I think it intercepts or it blocks the manifestation of our desires. And I think instead we should be teaching each other, gosh, you know, those kinds of things. You just have to be teaching each other from the time we're tiny that believing is what allows us to see. It's not seeing is believing, it's believing is what allows us to see. We are taught about faith, you know, we're taught that faith is the assurance of things that are hoped for. And yes, faith is an inner knowing that we are in good hands, you know, in God's hands, and that all things are possible through God that is within us, in us, as us, through us, and everything. But we often find ourselves focusing our faith outwardly onto things and other people, onto, you know, metal signs out there and everything else really, that rather than ourselves. Faith is also belief in ourselves. And I don't think that this is a narcissistic statement at all. I think because there's an old African proverb that says, if there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. And if we don't believe in ourselves, then we will never see that sign, because it is the belief in ourselves that creates the sign, right? It's not backwards. It's not the sign that creates the belief, right? It's the belief in ourselves that creates the sign. And the sign, when we say sign equals belief, it's a backward mentality that forces us to never really trust our own gut. And our gut is our God guidance that says, you know what, Deidrey? Real estate has never felt right for you. And it doesn't matter if you get 98% or 100% on your exams, it still won't make it right for you. Because it's just not who you are. Why do we hang on to things that we know in our hearts are just not where we belong? Why do so many years have to pass before we finally believe in ourselves long enough or strongly enough to say, no, I don't belong here. I don't want this. Or yes, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I was made for. This is what I was meant to be. This is where I'm meant to put my energy and my time. Why must we have permission from others first? Why must we project that focus outward and that faith outward in other people to tell us, yes, it's okay? Why must we have these words put on a metal piece, on a piece of metal before we can believe? I don't think we need a sign, because we already know that this something that either we want is our legacy or isn't. You know, that thing that we're working so hard on and putting all of our heart and soul into. I think we know in our hearts, in our guts, that this is either something that truly is part of our legacy or isn't meant to be part of our legacy. I don't think we need a sign because we already know who we are meant to be. We already know who we were called to be on this plane. And I ask you, do you know who you are? Do you know what you're meant to be? And do you know whose you are? Who are you today? Who were you yesterday? Do you know who you really are? Who are you now? Walk the path of the richest man for a moment in his shoes, drowning in material fantasies, forgetting how to breathe, standing tall with pride, gaze on all the good things you've done, you've seen, while the inner voice is silent, emerging when it comes undone. Who are you today? Who were you yesterday? Do you know who you really are? Who are you now? Who are you today? Who were you yesterday? Do you know who you really are? Who are you now? We're all so deeply attached to faces, situations, and people. Can't tell our right from our left, so caught up in looking good for the rest. We are human, we have to thrive in the material, so our lives aren't inconsequential. But we are spirit first and spirit last, emerging when it comes undone. Who are you today? Who were you yesterday? Do you know who you really are? Who are you now? Who are you today? Who were you yesterday? Do you know who you really are? Who are you now? Aren't you tired? Aren't you tired? Aren't you tired of putting on those faces for people, for things, for lovers, for strangers, for them? Oh, who are you? Today, who were you yesterday? Do you know who you really are? Who are you now? My prayer before every performance. When I first started performing, I got to tell you, I used to shake in my boots. I would get so nervous. But I remember the words of a friend of mine, and she said to me, always say yes. And I guess she could see at the time something that I hadn't seen in myself. She used to say, always say yes and figure it out after. And so that's what I did. I would get up on that stage but before I started to sing, I would say this prayer and I would say, thank you, God, for the opportunity to be here. And I would ask that this heart of mine beat for God, my voice sing for God, my feet and my body dance for God. And I would say that I am a channel for you and I'm here to serve you. So please do not let me get in the way. And let whatever message is meant to be received by whomever it is meant to be delivered to, let it be done according to your will, however it is meant to be received. And what that used to do for me is it used to take away the pressure off of me to be a certain way, to appear a certain way for anyone. It took the pressure off of me to know that whatever I chose was going to be by divine appointment. And it really just took away a lot of stress so that when I started to sing, I was completely at home. I felt completely at peace. The walk to the stage, the walk off the stage was like nail biting. But the moment I opened my mouth, I felt like I'm home. I used to sing at bars and I used to wonder how I was serving God in any of that. You know? It's like I'm singing all kinds of crazy songs and all, I mean, fun, crazy, wonderful songs. Not just, they were great songs. But I used to wonder, like, where is God in all of this stuff? How am I serving? And I remember asking Anne, I don't know if you remember me asking you this question. Like, how am I being of service? How is this ministry? And I remember that she said to me that, like, you just don't know what someone's week was like. You don't know what brought that person to the bar in the first place. And I may just very well be exactly what they need at this moment. Maybe I'm there to bring comfort. I'm maybe just there to bring just joy. Maybe I'm just there for them to escape for a moment. But I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. And this is ministry. Doesn't matter what I'm singing, it's ministry. You see, my doubt in myself and in my ministry was a hindrance to me. We don't need a sign. We don't need a sign to tell us that we matter on this planet. Yet we doubt it so much. We don't need a sign to tell us that we are worthy of making our own decisions. And yet we doubt it so much. If we only face the enemy that is within us, that doubt and that fear and that uncertainty, those words that keep replaying in our minds that we're not enough to have what we want. If we don't face that enemy within us, because I can tell you, signs on the outside will never, ever be able to heal our woundedness. Signs from the outside, no matter how beautifully decorated, no matter how well written, will never be able to fill the holes of our unbelief. And it is something that I'm still learning every day. Still learning how to heal that woundedness. This one is called Heal Me. And if you would put your hand on your heart, heal me, oh my soul, heal me, as I let go of the worry, as I let go silence and in every way. Heal me, oh my soul, oh my soul. Heal me into the silence. Heal me in every way. Heal me. Heal me. Heal me, oh my soul. Heal me, oh my soul. Let's sing it together. Heal me. Heal me, oh my soul. Oh my soul. Heal me. As I let go of the worry, as I let go of the worry, as I let go of the fear, as I let go of the fear. Heal me, oh my soul, into the silence and in every way. Oh, heal me, oh my soul, oh my soul. Heal into the silence, into the silence, in every way, in every way, in every way. Heal me. Heal me. Heal me. Heal me. Heal me. One more time. Heal me. Heal me. Marianne Williamson says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. And so we ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant? Who am I to be gorgeous? Who am I to be talented or fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? And she says, finally, your playing small does not serve our world. It is very true that we are our own enemies, and we are indeed the ones holding ourselves back from achieving our greatness. I know this because I've done it. In some ways, I still do it. I'm better, but I can definitely get better, you know? We are the ones constantly waiting for things and circumstances outside of us to change, people outside of us to change rather than changing first from the inside. And you know, it's kind of like trying to heal depression by wearing colorful clothes. It's just not possible. We can't cure a disease if we never tackle the disease itself. Otherwise, we would all just walk around with very loud, colorful Hawaiian shirts, and we'd all just be happy. We must first deal with the enemy within us. This one is called Paranoia. Living in a constant state of paranoia, afraid of your own voice, judging yourself. Better to conform than to let your feelings out. gently. Open your eyes and you will see that you're already in heaven. Take off the mask and face reality. There's nothing to fear, honey, you're free. No shame, no guilt when you let love be the truth you see in you and me. Oh, stumbling from the heavy weights upon your shoulders, not only from yourself, but everyone else. Better hide away than to see the truth in you. Well, you are your only enemy. Why won't you live confidently? Open your eyes to the truth and you'll see that you're already in heaven. Take off the mask and face reality. There's nothing to fear, honey, you're free. No shame, no guilt when you let love be the truth you see in you and me. Oh, can't you see that you're already in heaven? Take off the mask, face reality. There's nothing to fear, honey. Yes, you're free. No shame, no guilt when you let love be the truth you see in you and me. Oh, in you and me. Yeah. Living in a constant state of paranoia. It is so true. Because we're always in this state of I'm not certain, and so we just hang on to that state of paranoia, don't we? Signs are the climax of desire, which happens only when we truly believe in our own possibility, in our own innate ability to achieve what we set our minds to. However that looks, right? For each of us, it's going to be different. Yeah, for each of us, it's going to be different. For some people, it'll be this grand, humongous thing that the entire world knows about. For other people, it just may be something very small that only a very few people know about. It does not mean that somehow what you're doing or what your heart truly needs to do and what you're called to do on this earth plane, it does not mean that it's less important than the person who's on the grand stage for everybody to see. You know, we see folks posting their recipes on Facebook, and I certainly have as well. I mean, we spend a lot of time cultivating that dish, you know? And do you really think that if that dish turned out to be absolutely disgusting, that people would proudly share it? I don't think so. I mean, I wouldn't. Here, please try my recipe. It's nasty. I don't think so. I think that we have to know that it's good before we share it. And I think that we need to work on our inner recipe and make it better. Because once we make our inner recipe really good, we don't need anybody to tell us if it's good, right? The enemy without cannot harm us when we tame that enemy within. Because through our strengthened belief in ourselves, we create the signs that say, you know what? Come on in. I have manifested some amazing possibilities that you will enjoy. We don't need anybody to tell us that they will enjoy it. We just know. Mastering the enemy within doesn't mean that there won't be naysayers, which I encounter all the time. And I don't know about you. Are you encountering naysayers in your life? I mean, there are people that are just born to be rejectors. I think they're just born to say no. But I'll tell you, rejection is not a sign. It's not. You know, I've worked with many people in the past who have never been able to see my potential. And thank goodness I have worked with lots of people who have been able to see my potential. So, you know. But those people wrap their words in all kinds of pretty packaging. You know, those naysayers, those rejectors, they package their words so beautifully in this packaging of manipulation to keep us at a level where they think we should be in our lives. But, and you know what, I'll tell you, sometimes those could be well-meaning folk. They could be our family, our parents, our sisters and brothers, and they could be well-meaning friends and family. They can't help it. Because truly, people can only give of themselves at their own level of belief of themselves. So we have to believe in our own worth. We have to believe that God is in charge of putting all the ingredients together, making us this absolutely delicious recipe. We are a masterpiece of possibility. That's you and me. And we have to know that as we make our decisions, that God is all over that. We don't need signs. We just need to step into that belief of our own possibility. This one is called Stepping into Faith. I'm stepping into faith, stepping out as faith. Whoa, yeah, into possibility. Into who I'm called to be. 'Cause God is on my side. And you know God is on your side too. Hey, and God is on your side. We're stepping into faith. God knows the way. I'm stepping into faith. I'm stepping out as faith. Oh yeah, there's no boundary set on me. I'm unlimited and free. Oh yes, and God is, come on now, on my side. Sing it for yourselves. And God is on your side. God is yours, on your side. We're stepping into faith. God knows the way. God knows the way. And God is, sing it for me, on our side. And if you want, you can repeat after me. Here we go. God is on my side. God is on our side. God is on your side. God is on our side. God is on our side. God is on our side. Hey, God is, come on now, on my side. God is indeed on our side. The universe is on our side. Lastly, I want you to remember that you don't need a sign. You do not need to wait your whole life for a sign. Instead, every day, remind yourself. And I would love it if you would say that after me. I am a masterpiece of possibility. I am born with the innate ability to learn and improvise and improve. I am born with the innate ability to learn and improvise and improve. Every resource I need is here. I only need to find it. Every resource I need is here. I only need to find it. I am the sign I've been waiting for in every decision in my life. I am the sign I've been waiting for in every decision in my life. And I'll tell you why that is. Because my gut, my guiding system knows what I must do to make positive changes. So I'll say the whole thing again. I am the sign that I've been waiting for in every decision in my life because my gut, my guiding system knows what I must do to make positive changes happen in my life. And here's another. I supercharge my gut by daily healing my woundedness and feeding the belief in myself. I supercharge my gut by daily healing my woundedness and feeding the belief in myself. And finally, yes, 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 I am worthy of a brilliant life. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. For those who have been able to donate and give your tips, please know that I truly appreciate that. And I want you to remember foremost that your presence here is truly a great, great gift to me. And if this episode touched you in any way, please do share it with someone. It would mean the world to me. Hit that share button, share it with someone that you think could really use a message like this. And maybe perhaps invite them to the next show. Sometimes we judge who should have a message and who shouldn't. Sometimes, I think we should let our gut decide that too, rather than our heads. Let our hearts decide that. And I hope to see you next Sunday at 1:30 for another episode of Here to Bloom. I thank you again. Lastly, I want to leave you with a happy song in your heart, a pep in your step. And I want to thank you for your listening ears. Thank you for your loving hearts, your open minds, and your awesome light-filled presence. Stay healthy, stay safe, and remember that you are so greatly loved. Yes, you are. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for being here. I just love you so much. I am spirit-filled, renewed, and rebuilt. I've got a song in my heart. With joy I dance my part. I am on cloud nine, one with the divine. Got a smile on my face, and I'm ready to face the world. Here I come. I hope you're ready. Here I come. Sing it for me if you will. Here I come. Oh yes, here I come. Woo. I am harmonized, upgraded, and revised. I've got love in my heart and the courage to start. I am on cloud nine, one with the divine. Gratitude and grace, and I'm ready to face the world. Here I come. Oh yes, here I come. my goodness. I love each and every one of you. Don't forget, you are a masterpiece of possibility. Here I come, and you are worthy of a brilliant life. I'm ready, I'm ready. Oh yes, here I come. Hi, Dolphin. Oh, and thank you, Edie, for being here. Thank you, Noreen. Thanks to my dad and my mom for supporting me. Oh my goodness. Thanks to Yvonne. Thank you to each and every one of you. I'm just so grateful. Thank you, Anne. Not sure if I'm missing anybody's names that I can see right now, but to all of those of you that I can't see your names, I'm just so wonderfully grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye, everybody.